nutrients, transport of waste materials, protection, transport of enzymes and hormones, thermoregulation, then all these functions which are given here. So we are going to discuss this in brief here. So transportation of gases. So in this, we are aware that circulation of oxygen, okay, carrying the oxygen to each and every part of the body. This is the work of what? Carrying oxygen to each and every part of the body. This is the work of the hemoglobin. Okay, this is the work of hemoglobin. Hemoglobin absorbs the oxygen. Hemoglobin absorbs the oxygen and transports it to every cell, every part of the body where it is needed. And where this hemoglobin is present? Hemoglobin is present inside the blood. Okay, so indirectly we can say blood is able to transfer or carry the oxygen to various parts of the body, and whatever reactions which are taking place in the cell. Okay, so every reaction will be generating some waste material, right? And what waste material will be generated? Can you tell me? What waste materials will be generated from the cell reactions? We have studied this in the last class. Usually waste materials like carbon dioxide gas and water vapors. What type of waste materials? Carbon dioxide gas and water vapors. These are the waste materials which are generated inside the cell during the cell reaction. So the carbon dioxide which is generated as a waste material is been given out of the cell, and again this blood carries this carbon dioxide towards the lungs, so that from the lungs it enters the nose and it is given out of the body through exhalation. Right, when we breathe out, we know now, when we breathe out we give out carbon dioxide gas. So from where this carbon dioxide gas is coming? This carbon dioxide gas is produced as a waste material because of reactions which are taking place inside the cell. Okay. Then next is transport of nutrients. Again, circulation of nutrients like glucose, amino acids, fatty acids, these all things transportation is being done by blood. Then transport of waste materials, okay, carrying out the waste materials for excretion to remove it out of the body. So liquid waste materials and gases. Okay, so liquid waste materials can be taken down to kidney, okay, where urine production takes place. In kidney, urine production takes place. So we know that urine is again a waste material. Okay, that is waste material which is generated in the body. So through urine, again the waste materials are being removed out of the body. Then next function of blood is what? Protection. How the blood provides protection? Can you tell me? Can you tell me how the blood provides protection to our body? We have studied in the last class about the white blood cells, if you remember. Here we have white blood cells, right? So here we have studied the function. See this functions of white blood cells is these cells attack the pathogens entering our body. They protect us from the microbial diseases, right? So white blood cells, they fight against the pathogens, that is the foreign substances which are entering the body. Disease causing substances. Pathogens are what? Pathogens are disease causing organisms which are entering the body. So it is the work of the WBCs, white blood cells, to fight against these pathogens and protect our bodies. Again, these WBCs are present where? Where these WBCs are present? Yes, where these WBCs are present? These WBCs are present inside the blood. Okay, so these WBCs are present inside the blood and they help to protect our body from the pathogens by fighting it against. Next is transport of enzymes and hormones. So again, students, the same thing is that transportation. So whether it is transportation of gases, transportation of nutrients, transportation of waste materials for excretion, or transportation of enzymes and hormones which are required for various purposes. All this transportation work is being done by blood. Okay, all this transportation work is being done by blood. Then thermoregulation. Thermo means heat. Thermo means heat. Regulation means to control, to maintain, to maintain in a particular limit. Okay, thermo means heat and regulation is to maintain in a particular limit. So body temperature is maintained constant at 37 degrees Celsius by vasodilation and vasoconstriction. Okay, so this maintaining the body temperature at 37 degrees Celsius is actually very important because a rise in the temperature makes us sick, right? We get fever. Why we get fever? Because the body temperature rises. The body temperature rises, we are not able to do the work. We will not feel good. We will feel sick. Okay. So again, the maintaining the body temperature to a particular limit is the work done by the blood. This is done by vasodilation and vasoconstriction means dilation and constriction. This is done by the vessels. Okay, so we have studied about vessels. We have studied about blood vessels, right? Yes or no, students? We have studied about blood vessels. So constriction means what? Constriction means what? Sikurna. Okay, constriction means what? Sikurna, and dilation means again coming back to the original position. So because of the constriction of these blood vessels, there is regulation of temperature in the body. Then again there is maintaining the balance of sodium potassium in the body. This sodium potassium are ions. Okay, sodium ions is there, potassium ion is there. So these are actually important for the functioning of the tissues. Okay, these are important for the functioning of tissues, muscles. Muscles जो हमारी body में muscles होते हैं, tissues होते हैं. So these are required for the proper functioning of the tissues and muscles. And again, their concentration needs to be maintained. ठीक है, their concentration needs to be maintained. ऐसा नहीं है कि इनका जो concentration एकदम ज़्यादा बढ़ जाए या एकदम ज़्यादा कम हो जाए. So they need to be maintained in a particular limit. Again, this maintenance has been done by blood. And then we know that if any bleeding occurs, है ना, कुछ हमको इंजरी हो गई, चोट लग गई है और जो खून बहने लगता है, so after some time the blood stops. कुछ देर के बाद क्या हो जाता है, खून निकलना बंद हो जाता है. And why this blood stops? Tell me. Why this blood stops? These blood stop because of the platelets. Right? See here we have studied. We have studied here platelets. See the function of platelets. What is the function of platelets? The function of platelet is to participate in blood clotting. Blood clotting means खून को जमाने का काम. जैसी कोई इंजरी हो गई, कोई स्किन कट गई है, so what will happen? The blood rushes out. The blood rushes out, but after some time you will feel that the blood is stopping. The bleeding stops. अपने आप ही bleeding रुक जाएगी कुछ देर के बाद. So this happens because of द प्रोटीन कॉल्ड फाइब्रिनोजन एंड प्लेटलेट्स जो कि सेल्स के अंदर प्रेजेंट होते हैं, ओके, दीज आर प्रेजेंट इनसाइड द सेल, जो क्या करेंगे, जो भी इंजुरी होती है, मतलब जो भी चोट लगी है उसको सील कर देंगे, बंद कर देंगे, बिकॉज ऑफ क्लॉटिंग। छोटी छोटी गांठें बनने लगती है वहां पे ब्लड्स पे, जिसकी वजह से ब्लड का जो फ्लो होता है वो रुक जाता है, बंद हो जाता है। अंडरस्टूड? एनी डाउट इज देयर? जस्ट रीड दिस पार्ट and tell me whether you have any doubt. Okay, no doubts. Then we are proceeding with human blood groups. My voice is coming. Students, is everybody able to hear? Okay. Next is human blood groups. So you might be knowing your blood groups, right? What is your blood group? What is your blood group? You know your blood group? You know your blood groups? No, you don't know. Anybody of you knows the blood group? Yes, what is your blood group? AB positive. Okay, good. So you know your blood group, right? So there are different types of blood groups like A, B, AB, and O. Okay, and even this A, B, AB, and O, these are RH positive and RH negative. Okay, we say usually we say A positive, B positive, AB positive, AB negative, A negative, B negative, O positive, O negative. Okay, so these are the different types of blood groups. Okay, so depending upon the proteins like antigens and antibodies, different blood groups are formed. So you should remember how many different four main types of blood groups are there: A, B, AB, and O, and these are further divided into positive and negative. So because of this, now how many we are having? We are having eight different types of blood groups. How many? Eight different types of blood groups are there. Okay, now talking about blood donation. You might have seen anybody donating the blood. Okay, someone who is donating the blood, and there are also blood donation camps, है ना, blood donation camps लगते हैं जहाँ पे लोग जाके अपना खून देते हैं. Blood is donated, right? So why this blood is donated? Why you think the blood is donated? क्यों दिया जाता है खून? Why people donate blood? To help others. To help others, है ना. See, if suppose someone has met an accident, किसी का accident हो गया, and in accident what happens, there is severe injury, है ना, इंजरी, चोट वगैरह लग जाती है, काफी खून बह जाता है, ब्लीडिंग अकर्स. ओके, ड्यूरिंग एन एक्सीडेंट द इंजरी इज क्वाइट लार्ज, जो चोट लगती है वो बहुत ज्यादा चोट लगती है, जो ज्यादा चोट की वजह से जो खून बहता है, दैट ब्लीडिंग इज ऑल्सो वेरी लार्ज, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ सो मच ब्लीडिंग there is decrease in the amount of blood in the body. Because of bleeding, what happens, so much blood is rushes out of the body, right? So much blood rushes out of the body, and there is a deficiency of blood in the body. Blood खून की कमी हो जाती है बॉडी में. So because of this, blood transfusion is done. What is done? Blood transfusion. So this blood transfusion means what? जो हेल्दी पर्सन होगा वो अपने बॉडी का खून किसी भी दूसरे पर्सन को देता है. That is said to be blood transfusion. Okay. So not only during accidents, but also for patients like anemia, thalassemia, cancer. These patients also need regular supply of blood. ओके एनीमिया का जो पेशेंट होता है जिसमें खून की कमी हो जाती है सो ऐसे पेशेंट्स को भी ब्लड्स की रिक्वायरमेंट होती है सो दे आल्सो अंडरगो द ट्रीटमेंट ऑफ ब्लड ट्रांसफ्यूजन देन इन थैलेसेमिया अगेन थैलेसेमिया आल्सो देयर इज quite decrease in the blood level so they also regularly need blood transfusion इनको भी बार बार blood transfusion करना पड़ता है then cancer patients who are having blood cancer okay so this blood cancer patient also needs to change their blood. So again, these patients also require blood for survival. So not only for accidents, other patients also require blood for survival, and these are the examples where blood donation and blood transfusion can be used. Okay. So if any shortage is there in the body, if any blood shortage is there in the body, so this is the way in which this shortage can be overcome. Yes, sometimes yes. समटाइम्स ब्लड डोनेशन कैंप्स आर आल्सो सेटअप ना कभी कभी देखा होगा कि बैनर्स वगैरह लगे रहते हैं that blood donation is there blood donation is there come and donate the blood save the life of other people right you might have seen ना बैनर्स तो कहीं कहीं पे कैंप्स भी लगे जाते हैं ब्लड डोनेशन के कि ब्लड डोनेट कर दो तो जिसको रिक्वायरमेंट होगी दे विल टेक द ब्लड एंड द लाइफ ऑफ द पीपल कैन बी सेव्ड ओके कौसा में है ओके उधर So again, there are some conditions also for blood donation. ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई भी जाके blood दे देगा. So you should not have any disease. Your body should be healthy. Okay, your body should be healthy, disease free, and also a particular age limit is there. एकदम छोटे बच्चे जाके blood donate नहीं कर सकते. There is a age after which you should donate the blood. And first of all, you should have enough blood in your body. Then only you will be able to donate the blood. If you only have less blood in your body, then you will not be able to donate the blood. Okay, so many conditions are required for blood donation. Also, it is not like that anybody can go and just say yes, take my blood, and blood can be donated. It is not like that. Conditions need to be there. Okay, so disease free, infection free, and healthy person can only go donate the blood. Now, from where the blood is supplied for blood transfusion? Okay, we know na that if there is injury, the person will be supplied with blood. किसी को खून की कमी है तो उसको खून दिया जाता है तो कहाँ से दिया जाता है from where the blood is being transfused so it is given from blood banks it is given from blood banks so what is actually blood bank have you heard about it tell me what is blood bank blood bank is the place where the blood of the healthy person is collected. Blood bank is a place where the blood of the healthy person is collected. Okay, when we go for any blood donation camp, whenever you see there is a camp for blood donation, we go and donate the blood. Okay, that blood is collected and saved. वो blood जो है वो collect करने के बाद उसको save करके रखा जाता है. And then when there is any need, जब किसी को उसकी जरूरत होगी, then blood is transfused to that person. Okay, so it is not like that के जैसे donate कर दिए वैसे use किया जाता है. Sometimes it is saved for further use also. Sometimes it is saved for further use also. So on the spot transfusion is sometimes is not possible. Then the blood is saved inside the refrigerator. See, you can see here it is written. It is saved or stored in the refrigerator for some days, and if any person needs it, so he can get the blood. Then blood donor and blood recipient. Blood donor and blood recipient. So the person who is giving the blood, it is known as donor. Okay, person who is giving the blood or the person who is donating the blood, he is known as donor. And the person who is taking the blood, it is known as recipient. The person who is taking the blood, it is known as what? He is known as recipient. So the person who is giving the blood is blood donor, and the one who is receiving it is known as blood recipient. Now there are two blood groups like blood group O and blood group AB. There are two blood group O and blood group AB. So the person who is having O blood group, person who is having O blood group can give the person. Okay, see why this is needed. First, I will tell you one thing, that if you are having a blood group A positive, it is said to be ARH positive. Okay, if any person is having blood group ARH positive, okay, किसी का ये blood group है, so this person cannot donate the blood to B positive, not possible. Okay, the person who is having the blood group A positive cannot give the blood to B positive person. This is not possible. A positive person can give blood group to A positive person only. A positive person only. Okay, so when you are donating the blood, it is necessary that the donor should check the blood group. Whenever any person is donating the blood or any person is undergoing the transfusion, ठीक है, तो ब्लड देने और ब्लड लेने से पहले ब्लड ग्रुप चेक किया जाता है, and if both are having the same blood group, then only the blood transfusion can take place. Okay, in the similar way, the person if having B negative, so he can give the blood to B negative person only. Okay, even he cannot give it to B positive. B positive is also not possible. Okay, so blood group needs to be checked very precisely before giving. But what one thing, students, but what one thing, that O, the blood group O, the person who is O blood group can give blood group to any blood group. A को भी दे सकता है, B को भी दे सकता है, AB को भी दे सकता है, और O blood group वाले को भी दे सकता है. So this blood group is known as universal donor. It is known as universal donor. A blood group person, sorry, zero O blood group person can give blood to A also, B also, AB also, and O also. So this person is known as universal donor. So anybody of you is having O blood group? Anybody is of you having O blood group? So if any person is having O blood group, he can give the blood to any blood group A, B, AB, or O, and he is known as universal donor. Okay, in the similar way, the person who is having AB blood group, the person who is having AB blood group, so this person can take blood from any donor. He can take blood from A, he can take blood from B, he can take blood from AB, he can even take blood from O. ठीक है, अगर किसी का ब्लड ग्रुप AB है, so he is very lucky. AB blood group person is very lucky because he can take the blood from anyone. कभी खून की कमी का प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगा, कभी कुछ हो गया तो कोई भी इंसान उसको ब्लड दे सकता है. ओके, एनी पर्सन कैन गिव द ब्लड टू AB person. So if someone is having AB blood group, he is very lucky because he can get the blood from anyone. So such persons are known as universal recipient. These are known as universal recipient. मतलब वो किसी से भी ब्लड ले सकते हैं without any problem. Understood? Any doubts? Next is blood pressure. Okay, so you might have heard about blood pressure, right? सुना होगा कभी blood pressure के बारे में. You might have heard about your elders or your parents saying about blood pressure. इसका blood pressure बढ़ गया, इसका blood pressure कम हो गया. Have you heard about it? So what is actually, if you have not heard it, okay, you will going to deal it in future also. Okay. So let's study about what is blood pressure. So students, we know that blood is continuously flowing through the blood vessels. है ना, हमारी जो blood की नस होती है, नसें जो होती है बॉडी में, उसमें से continuously blood flow होता है. There is continuous supply of blood, there's continuous flow of blood through the blood vessels, right? And also we know that heart continuously undergoes breathing. ठीक है, हार्ट जो है वो कॉन्ट्रैक्शन रिलैक्सेशन शो करता है. व्हाट इज कॉन्ट्रैक्शन? कॉन्ट्रैक्शन मींस सिकुड़ना, देन रिलैक्सेशन मींस अगेन फैलना, जिसको हम बोलेंगे कमिंग बैक टू द ओरिजिनल पोजीशन. बिकॉज ऑफ दिस कॉन्ट्रैक्शन एंड रिलैक्सेशन, बिकॉज ऑफ दिस कॉन्ट्रैक्शन एंड रिलैक्सेशन देयर इज पंपिंग ऑफ ब्लड. कॉन्ट्रैक्शन रिलैक्सेशन की वजह से क्या होता है, ब्लड की पंपिंग कंटिन्यूसली चलती रहती है बॉडी में. दिस कॉन्ट्रैक्शन रिलैक्सेशन क्रिएट्स अ प्रेशर. ठीक है, ये कॉन्ट्रैक्शन और रिलैक्सेशन की वजह से क्या होता है, जो भी ब्लड वेसल्स है उनके ऊपर एक दबाव क्रिएट होता है. ओके, दबाव दैट प्रेशर इज नोन एज ब्लड प्रेशर. ओके, बिकॉज ऑफ द कंटिन्यूअस कॉन्ट्रैक्शन एंड रिलैक्सेशन ऑफ हार्ट, प्रेशर इज क्रिएटेड ऑन द वेसल्स. ठीक है, नसों के ऊपर दबाव बनता है, एंड दैट प्रेशर इज नोन एज ब्लड प्रेशर. Okay, and blood pressure, and that pressure is also needs to be kept in a particular limit. Okay, blood pressure is also very important. Like see, pressure recorded during the contraction of heart is known as systolic pressure. जैसे हार्ट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होता है, यू नो ना, कॉन्ट्रैक्शन, आई एम सेइंग इट अगेन एंड अगेन, कॉन्ट्रैक्शन में सिकुड़ना. ठीक है, पंपिंग ऑफ ब्लड इज एक्चुअली वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. पंपिंग करने के लिए हार्ट सिकुड़ेगा एंड देन फिर से ओरिजिनल पोजीशन पे आ जाएगा. दैट कॉन्ट्रैक्शन रिलैक्सेशन, दिस बोथ क्रिएट्स प्रेशर, दबाव क्रिएट करते हैं. व्हेनेवर द हार्ट इज कॉन्ट्रैक्टिंग, द प्रेशर व्हिच इज क्रिएटेड is known as systolic pressure. It is known as what? Systolic pressure. Are you getting? So there are two types of pressure, like systolic pressure and diastolic pressure. Okay, two types of pressures are there, systolic and diastolic. So during contraction, the pressure which is created is known as systolic, and during relaxation, the pressure which is created is known as diastolic. So range of the blood pressure, okay, तो कितना होना चाहिए blood pressure एक healthy person का? So you can see the healthy person is should have a blood pressure in the range of 120 to 139. Okay, 120 to 139. जो हेल्दी पर्सन का ब्लड प्रेशर होता है वो 120 से लेके 139 तक होना चाहिए. कौन सा? सिस्टोलिक प्रेशर. सिस्टोलिक प्रेशर मीन्स व्हेन द हार्ट इज कॉन्ट्रैक्टिंग. Two types of pressures are created, students. First is known as systolic pressure and another is known as diastolic pressure. जब हार्ट सिकुड़ता है, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होता है, तब जो प्रेशर क्रिएट होता है दैट्स सेड टू बी सिस्टोलिक प्रेशर. और जब हार्ट रिलैक्स हो जाता है, व्हेन इट कम बैक टू ओरिजिनल पोजीशन, दैट प्रेशर इज नोन एज डायस्टोलिक प्रेशर. सिस्टोलिक प्रेशर कितना होना चाहिए? सिस्टोलिक प्रेशर शुड बी बिटवीन 120 to 139. Okay, systolic pressure should be between 122 and 139. What about diastolic pressure? Tell me. It is written here. See and tell me. Say fast. What is the diastolic pressure? See, it is written here. See and tell me. Yes, about healthy person I am asking. The systolic pressure is between 120 to 139. इतना pressure होना चाहिए. And what is the diastolic? Diastolic pressure is between 80 to 89. ठीक है? 80 to 89. Yes, 120 and 80. And if it is 139 and 89 then also it is okay. Okay, ऐसा होता है, किसी किसी का कम होता है, किसी का ब्लड प्रेशर ज्यादा होता है. So if it is in this range it is okay. And you might have seen this instrument. देखा ये instrument? Have you seen this instrument? No, you have not seen this instrument. You have not seen doctors using this instrument. Doctors को कभी ये instrument use करते हुए नहीं देखा है. Doctors use this instrument to see the blood pressure. Seen na? Yes. So what it is called? It is known as sphygmomanometer. Okay, it is known as sphygmomanometer. So this is used for knowing the or measuring the blood pressure. Okay, कितना blood pressure है हमारी body का, तो उसको measure करने के लिए instrument use किया जाता है. This has been widely used by doctors, but nowadays some electronic machines are used for directly measuring the blood pressures. Okay, nowadays electronic machines are used, but this is the most better way to measure the blood pressure. So talking about hypertension. Okay, so what is actually hypertension? High blood pressure. What is hypertension? High blood pressure. High blood pressure means normal, the whatever the normal range which is given to you. Like for systolic, it is 120 to 139. See here it is written. ब्लड का प्रेशर कितना होना चाहिए, 120/80 होना चाहिए। अगर उतना नहीं है तो कम से कम 139 और 89 इसके रेंज में होना चाहिए, ठीक है। 120 टू 139 के बीच में सिस्टोलिक और 80 टू 89 के बीच में डायस्टोलिक ब्लड प्रेशर नीड्स टू बी देयर, ओके। अगर इस ब्लड प्रेशर से ज्यादा अगर ब्लड इंक्रीज होता है, दैट इज सेड टू बी हाइपरटेंशन। दैट इज सेड टू बी व्हाट? दैट इज सेड टू बी हाइपरटेंशन। So high blood pressure and then a normal is referred as hypertension, okay. So heart needs to perform more functions than a normal condition in case of hypertension. So if someone is having continuously high blood pressure, अगर बहुत देर तक blood pressure काफी high रहता है, so what happens that this affects the heart. High blood pressure की वजह से heart के ऊपर दबाव आ जाता है, heart there is प्रेशर ऑन द हार्ट, जिसकी वजह से हार्ट को ज्यादा फंक्शन करना पड़ेगा, ठीक है, ज्यादा काम करना पड़ेगा compared to normal condition because of excessive pressure. So with this, if someone is having continuously high blood pressure, what happens? The heart of the person becomes weak. If someone is having continuously high blood pressure means hypertension, then the heart of that person becomes weak because their heart needs to function more than regularly. Which, because of this, creates a pressure on the heart and heart becomes weak. Okay, so blood pressure needs to be there in a particular limit. एक limit जो है, जो भी range दिया गया blood pressure का, that blood pressure should be there in that range only. Otherwise, it will make the heart weak. Okay, now see here, students, some conditions are given here like normal blood pressure, primary hypertension. Primary means थोड़ा सा blood pressure में increase, then hypertension stage 1 and hypertension stage 2. So these hypertension stage 1 and hypertension stage 2, these are actually not good, okay, they are dangerous. Hypertension stage 1 और hypertension stage 2 तो जो है वो बहुत ज़्यादा dangerous होता है, blood pressure इतना नहीं बढ़ना चाहिए normally. So see, if the blood pressure is between 90 to 119, तो वो ओके है, बिल्कुल चलेगा, no problem, it is well and good. Then diastolic pressure, if it is between 60 to 70, and okay, then also it is very good. Then if the pressure is between 120 to 113, 139, then also no problem. Okay, ज़्यादा कुछ problem नहीं होता है. For some persons, this blood pressure is also seen, so this is also okay. But if the blood pressure is increasing to 139, 139 से ज़्यादा increase होता है. See, here it is there. So blood pressure is increasing from 139, like see here you are having that from 140 to 159. So this is actually harmful now. This is harmful. And again you see last here hypertension stage 2, where the blood pressure is increasing 160. This is quite dangerous. Okay, blood pressure increasing more than 160 is very dangerous. Okay, so this is the hypertension stage 2. So this is the normal condition. This is also okay. This is harmful and this is very harmful. So immediate medical help should be taken if there is so much increase in the blood pressure. ठीक है, किसी के blood pressure में इतना ज़्यादा increase हो रहा है. If someone is having very high blood pressure, very hypertension, so immediate medical help should be taken. Medicine should be taken to control these blood pressures. Then some information is given to you here. See, blood production occurs continuously in our body. Okay, so continuous production of blood takes place inside the body, and whenever we are donating the blood, okay, whenever any person is going to donate a blood, so he or she has to donate 350 ml of blood. जब भी कोई person blood donate करने चाहता है तो कितना blood collect किया जाता है? 350 ml of blood is collected. Okay, 350 ml of the blood is collected from the body, and जितना भी blood जो वो देता है वो blood सारा ही सारा 24 hours के अंदर new blood बन जाता है. Okay, that 350 ml of blood is produced again inside the body. Continuous body में blood बनते रहता है. तो अगर कोई blood donate करके आता है इसका मतलब ये नहीं उसका खून खत्म हो गया, उसका खून कम हो गया. That blood will be produced again inside the body. Okay, then if any woman is pregnant or feeding the child, so she is not allowed to donate the blood. Then if you are thinking, if you are thinking that you will face any problem after blood donation, so no, it is not like that. You will not feel any problem after the blood donation. Okay, if you eat proper food, so your blood recovery will be done very fast within 24 hours. So blood donation करने से कुछ भी नुकसान नहीं है. Anyway, you have only benefits, that you will save the life of other people. So always try to donate the blood because it helps to save the life of other person. And now the 1st October is observed as National Voluntary Blood Donation Day. Okay, 1st October. So as I've told you, there is a particular age for the blood donation, and like small children cannot go and donate the blood. Like here, for blood donation you should be at least 18 years old. ठीक है, अगर कोई 18 साल से ऊपर का इंसान है, हेल्दी पर्सन, सो दैट पर्सन कैन डोनेट ब्लड 3 to 4 times a day. साल में 3 से 4 बार ब्लड डोनेट कर सकता है. ओके, सो दीज आर द important points which are given to you. So with this we have completed our chapter. Any doubts you have? Any doubts, students? Okay, then we are ending the lecture. No doubts? Yes, notes will be provided to you. Yes, notes I am going to send you. Don't worry about notes. 11th chapter notes will be provided to you. Okay? Anything else? No. Okay. Okay, then we are ending the lecture.